All right, so Cancerian. Cancer is in this energy where let me give it some time. I know I'm popping up at an odd time. I'm gonna give it like at least a minute to see if anyone's available to hop in. But Cancerian. Oh yes, hello. We've got some biters. All right, I'm going to give it a couple of more seconds before I get into it. Cancer is definitely feeling nervous. Cancer is definitely on edge. As with all my readings, these are for prominent Cancerian placements, sun, moon, rising, or even Cancerian placements in your chart, fourth house placements in your chart. This will impact those placements. And if you know the real deal with tarot, you also know that you could have 0 Cancer in your chart and still resonate with this. So keep that in mind. And as with all messages, take it to the Lord to know that it is yours. So Cancerian, hello guys. Cancerian. First of all, let me tell you, I'm seeing a theme here. Yellow, blue, and those two colors mixing together and making green, as well as black. The yellow doubles as gold. The blue comes in different tones, and green. Okay, so it's giving solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, and third eye. And then the black is giving, oh, interesting. I just realized you have the black egg at the bottom of the deck. So that black is like a shield of protection here. Cancer feels as though they are transgressing or moving backwards, or it's like I'm being brought to a chess table and you're like, ooh, I don't know if this is the right move to make. You're in the middle of making the move and you're like, oh God, I don't know. But you're not showing much panic on the outside. And I don't really think you're panicking on the inside either. It's more of just questioning, uncertainty. Okay, and I heard this is about your livelihood. So this is about you deciding what school you want to go to, you deciding what city to move to, you deciding what car you want to drive, you deciding where you want to live, you deciding where you want to work. You feel as though you're making a backwards decision, or you feel as though you're making a move that's going to set you back. And I promise you that is not the case. And I'm not even going to tell you, it's not one of those like 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. No, it's not even that. You are stepping into a space that you are meant to be satisfied in, even when things are not particularly going your way. Spirit has led you to this point in time to help you keep the peace, even in times of tension, even in times of uncertainty, even when you're in between where you want to be. And well, when you're in between where you want to be and where you are, no, and where you came from. When you're in between where you want to be and where you came from, you're in the in between here. So your energy came out as the fox mainly, which is giving me that watchful energy. You're watchful. You are considering all outcomes before making a move. And the raccoon in reverse lets me know that this is what you are resistant to. This is what you are resistant to at this time. And then we have this deer energy, which to me reflects the same energy as this fox, but it's a bit more receptive and open to, I'm hearing exuberant possibilities. You have square with tension. that came out technically with Sagittarius the Explorer in the reverse here. And technically the way that the cards are sitting, well, I think it's reversed on camera, but they're sitting like this to where the arrow is pointing to the tension here. You feel as though you're making some sort of move towards tension. This square card literally says that you're weighing the pros and cons. You are negotiating and you are self-reflecting on your will and your opportunity for growth. That's really what I was getting here, is that your step, I think I said that. Didn't I say that? That you should be focused on how this is opening up things for you, how this is giving you more possibilities. Yeah, opening to possibilities. There's a step that you feel like, basically, it's almost as if I'm seeing like stones in a river or like a pond, a shallow water body of water, a shallow body of water, and there's like rocks, and you're trying to figure out how to get where you're going. And you're on this rock here, and I'm seeing that you need to make a move that makes you feel like you're moving backwards to the left. But what you don't see is that once you get here, then you'll be able to plump, 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 and like just take off. There's like this concept of, just because you got to take this one little step to the side that you are interpreting as a backwards move, that's not the truth. That is not the whole truth. But I want to show y'all these colors, because if you see these colors, you'll see how beautifully all of this is unfolding. Look at these colors here. Okay. The yellows, the blacks, the blues, the greens. There's more synchronicities. There's more to look forward to than you even know. You're questioning a move. You're not too sure, but I promise you, I'm hearing, I'm glad I just thought about that. I'm hearing Kanye West. Watch out for me, I'm about to blow. Does he say blow or glow? I don't even know. I think it's Glow by Kanye West. I'll make sure I link these songs and things after the live. Thank you to my mod that's currently here. Thank you. Okay, so yes. Cancerian. Watch out for Cancerian, because they're about to glow or about to blow. They're about to make a great move, about to make a big move. And you're not realizing how prepared you actually are for this, because, okay, that's what it was. Spirit was also saying too, the reason why you're questioning this move is because you're in this space where you are about to make a move into a familiar territory. And the last time you were here, shit hit the fan. Things did not go well. But you took time off, you took time away, and now life is bringing you back to a similar place or the exact same place, the same environment. But you are changed. Okay, now I'm getting another song. No, I've been changed. That is a gospel song. I'll be sure to link that as well. Okay, you have been changed. Therefore, your experience here will be completely different. Like, let's say it's an environment that usually stresses you out. Spirit has been working with you on how to monitor your stress levels, how to work with yourself. That's what's going on here. You are now putting into practice all the work that you've been putting in up until this point. Now, let's get into reading these cards. And did I show you the bottom of the deck is the black egg? I always say in the beginning of all readings that if you feel guided to readings, just watch the readings, y'all. Don't overthink it. When you overthink it, that's when it gets confusing. All right, so fox. Let's get into the Fox. Okay, the Fox. Let me show you the Fox card again. Fox. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as their commitment to relationships for the long term and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us to stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher. Monogamous. I don't know why I almost said monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity. To bring into balance, partnership and connection. Okay. So for some of you, this is in regards to when I think partnerships and connections, though, it doesn't have to necessarily be with a person. You have relationships with people, places, and things, objects, jobs, cars, houses, whatever the case may be. That's what we're discussing here. So you have the raccoon in the reverse, which lets me know this is the energy that you are resisting at this time. Raccoon reverse. Just for anyone that's coming in, I try to remember now to put it at the beginning of readings, like a little disclaimer that basically tarot does not put you in a box to say that you can only watch your sun, moon, rising, or any. You can watch anything that you feel drawn to. Sometimes a title will draw to you, and you don't even have that sign in your chart, but it still applies to you. So that's why it's really important to just listen to your intuition. And if you just like, even if it's a video that you're like, I don't know why, but I feel drawn to this, trust that. But yeah, I put that in the beginning of Leo's video yesterday, as well as the beginning of this video as well. So if you're tuning in right now, run it back to the beginning. You won't miss anything if you run it back to the beginning, to listen to that disclaimer so that you know, trust yourself. All right, so let's get to the raccoon. Raccoon. And again, this is the energy that we seem to be resisting, although it could somehow be helpful, somehow be insightful. Oh, interesting. The way that these things just always work out this way, because yesterday's reading and Leo's reading, I got two cards that came out the exact same way. The first card came out and then the second card came out in the reverse. And it was the signifying fact that Leo was resisting that card that was in the reverse. And the card that they resisted was the page before their current energy. So basically, you're in the same space where the raccoon comes right before the fox spirit. And so this could be saying that we're jumping the gun, or we're trying to see too far into the future. We're trying to see too far ahead when we need to just trust the now. But let's see what the raccoon says here, what we are shying away from, what we are resisting. The raccoon represents talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue that usually revolves around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego of fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring it to balance, make new work. So you are resisting something new in your life because you're thinking too hard about it. You're thinking like, nah, is this going to set me back? There's something here where you're just being called, just take that action, make that move, and then work your way through it step by step. Trust the process. And then we have the deer spirit. Oh, I flipped straight to it. And you have all of these energies that are coming through in your reading specifically are all earth energies. So you are a Cancerian being called into earth energies, which is kind of the opposite of Leo, because Leo is, yes, a fire sign, but they were being called from earth energy into more of a watery energy. You're being called into the earth now to get out of the spiritual, get into the physical. So the deer here says, loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion, which is exactly what is going on. This new old step that you're taking, this new old chance that you're making, whatever, is calling you to be gentle with yourself as you take one step at a time. Take the chance and then follow through one step at a time, and try not to catastrophize everything that's occurring. That's the big thing here. Perception is everything. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective. To bring into balance nature and children. So you're being called to create new, create something new for you to care for. Hence your caregiver energy, Cancer. Okay. And now let's read the black egg, which is at the bottom of the deck, giving us spirit energy. Spirit energy. Spirit energy. It's giving spirit fingers. Something is going to give you spirit fingers, or you are spirit fingers. And just now, I was just brought to someone that I used to work with when I was working in the medical field. And she, it did not matter what we were going through. That lady always had a smile on her face. She was always happy. Even when somebody was getting on to her, she would like, man, nothing could get her down. And you're being called to realize that you are this energy. You are the essence of that individual. Everywhere you go, you bring light, you bring joy, but your perspective means everything in these situations. So the black egg says, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment and in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. And I keep being brought back to the situation where it's like you might be trying to go back to school, trying to go back to work, trying to do this, trying to do that, preparing for whatever it is that you were doing in the spring. And I feel like this is because of like the pandemic that happened a few years ago. I think that this is the year where everyone's like really getting back into whatever it is that they need to get back into. They use the time before to build spiritually. Now it's time to get back into the physical. That's what Cancerian is stepping into at this time, reformulating, reconfiguring, and rewriting things here. And again, these are the same environments that you feel broke you at one time, but that's because you didn't have a truth. Now you have a truth being put in these environments. So it's nothing to you. All right. The black egg in the fifth chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base chakra of the throat. We talked about the throat chakra at the Vishuddha chakra. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm sorry. The ancient sages saw the center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of the center is important for us all, but it is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So There could be something that you are being called back into and you're not realizing why. You're like, I thought I was done with this chapter of my life. No, no, no. You are actually just getting started. The reason why you're being called back here is because now you have a new perspective. You have your truth aligned. And so now you're being called back here so that you can talk, write, speak, preach about whatever it is that you are now in the middle of. Now you have your voice. And so now you're going to be utilizing that in your space, utilizing it in your space, utilizing it for those things that you may have implemented in the last 2 years between the pandemic and now putting this into action. Okay, you are combining spirit and the physical. That's really what's coming through here now. I think that you've been in spirit a lot, and now you feel like you have to go back again. You keep feeling like you have to take a step back, but it's really not a step back. Okay, it's actually going to give you a better visual so that you can see more in your peripheral. All right, come on, the Empress. Look at that. You are going to be able to see so much more. Okay, so the Empress is clarifying the square and the tension. So this lets us know that you are weighing the pros and the cons, and the pros are definitely seeming to outweigh the cons here because it's allowing you to attract more of what you want to you. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. See, now this is where it's coming in. It's like, well, it's all about perspective. It's all about perception. It's all about what is this going to do for the Empress? There's something here about like, again, shifting perspective so that you can change the way that you feel, because that's what is defining whatever it is that's going on here. It's like basically someone's bringing something to the Empress, someone who already has everything, and trying to give it new meaning, trying to give it new feeling, trying to give it new sound. Look at that, the star. Okay, so again, this is all coming to you for a reason. You may feel like you're taking a step back, but again, it's giving you a better visual. Okay, something is giving you a better visual. It's allowing you to use your imagination more. Okay, you're actually about to activate more creativity in a space that you feel is more confined, because your mind is going to be feeling like it's needing to break out of boxes. We have the King of Wands here, clarifying the Sagittarius, the Explorer, in the reverse here. You're also going to be noticing that this, whatever this new step is allowing you to take control in more aspects than one. And also it's helping you to, how do I describe that? Like basically avoid your own vices. It's kind of like if you had too much free time and you use that free time to overindulge in things that were not helpful. Look, now it's making it easier for you to keep promises to yourself. Whatever this is that's going on here, it's easier to keep promises to yourself. Look at this, the King of Cups. And you've also got a lot of people, a lot of places, a lot of energies coming in to support you in whatever this new motion or this new movement is. I think that you're really going to be finding a new love in life, in a place that you never thought that you could. All right, so closing out this message for Cancerian, let's get a Wisdom of the Oracle card, please. Wisdom of the Oracle card, please. Closing out Cancerian's reading. Closing out Cancerian's reading. We have building blocks and regeneration. Look at that. Look at that. It's like didn't I say you were building spirit? You had to regenerate your spirit, and now you can get back into the physical. You're ready now. Whatever this is, you are ready. You are more than ready. You are more than ready. You're more than prepared. So this is all that I have for my Cancerians. Oh, let's get a rune for you guys. Let's get a rune. Let's get a rune. I started feeling like Stewie when I said rune. Let's get a rune. Okay, let's see. What rune for my Cancerians, please? We have, this is, I don't know why, but this just gave me like aesthetics. Like immediately when I saw this, I started thinking of aesthetics, like the way that you decorate your room, the way that you set up certain things, certain pictures, frames, things of that nature. So let's see. What is this rune? Let's see. You are making your mark. You're putting your name on something. Okay, so this rune, my crown chakra just started tingling. Okay, so this rune is the Ingwaz. Oh God. Ingwaz. Ingwaz. I'm gonna go with Ingwaz. Represents the letter IG, meaning the earth god. See, didn't I say that you were taking it from the spiritual to the physical, the earth god? Associations with fertility, gestation, internal growth, and new life. So again, whatever it is that you are doing, wherever it is that you're going, whatever it is that you are embarking upon, you are looking at it with old eyes, with old perceptions, with old views. Whatever you're stepping into is turning you into the Empress in the physical. Okay? In more ways than one is what I'm seeing here. So that is all that I have for you. Sending you so much love, so much life. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And thank you to my mods. See you guys next time.